I just love the ability of this build to just randomly pick off enemies that are somewhat left alone and absolutely nuke them like that. You know, boom. Goodbye, Emma. I'm sorry. It was good having you. Now we're taking care of this lad here. Boom. And now we're taking care of that lad there. Alright, everybody. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Crossout with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to our beautiful little drill boy build out here. So, as you can see in the upper corner right here, I have started making a good bunch of progress again in terms of money. We are nearly there for the generator money, finally, so it's been a long while, but we're starting to get there. I really do like that very much. I've had a phase in Crossout where I really felt like I was not enjoying the game too much anymore, to be honest, because it just came to that point where it felt very grindy and very little rewards to me. But I'm feeling I'm starting to come past that again and just enjoying the game for what it is a bit more in general again, so hopefully a good outlook right there, and definitely moving the right way right there as well. But that definitely means that we are not quite there yet in terms of money, of course, to make like huge monetary advancements on our builds in terms of like actual upgrades. But we do have a bit of work to do on the wedge build still, I think, and maybe actually the one or the other thing to look into in terms of future build steps as well. Because what I saw actually checking the market this morning, I checked out all the weapons that we have, in particular, of course, the shotguns, because that's like pretty much the most relevant thing to both builds that we are kind of going for at the moment. And if you'll remember in the last episode, I already said that I was told in the comments not to get the sledgehammer, I think it was, because it's basically the same thing as the Lupara, just that the durability goes up. If you just look at the stats right here, just pause here real quick, memorize all the stats, and if you go over to the Luparas that we're currently using, you'll see that all the stats are pretty much the same, except for the fact that the other ones are a little more durable, which is honestly not the most desirable thing in the world. So I've kind of looked at that and past that, and what I'm now really interested in, to be honest, and maybe you all can let me know down below in the comments how good that idea is the junk bow thing right here, because from what I can see, this seems to be all the stuff in the world that we really want from a shotgun, with all the stuff that we don't want straight out of the window. The thing is, I can't really try it out myself, right? So maybe you all have a bit better of an idea of how good or bad this thing is. If you do, let me know down below in the comments. That, like, the thing that I'm the most intrigued about is, of course, as you remember, this are the same stats as the Lupara, basically. The damage is a lot higher, the fire rate is a lot higher, the range is a little lower, and the accuracy is also worse, but what you can see right here is that there's no time to overheating. So that's the part that really intrigues me the most, because if that is what I think it is, that means that this shotgun basically doesn't overheat. Now, how it works instead, I don't know. Does it have ammo? Does it, like, I'm not 100% sure. So, you know, if you have an idea, please let me know down below in the comments if that's actually worthwhile going for. Other than that, I mean, I've seen the mace right here, but it doesn't really seem more desirable than the sledgehammer either, and we can certainly not afford any of these purple or golden ones anytime soon, so other than that, I wouldn't really quite know what to go for. You know, everything else seems kind of similar, so maybe we would be kind of alright just sticking to the Lupara shotguns and otherwise kind of moving on with some, like, radiators or other things just to beef up the build. So I think that whole shotgun question, definitely an interesting thing to discuss, and if you know anything about this, if you have some inputs on this junk bow shotgun right here, how it works, how good or bad it is, please let me know down below in the comments. I'd be very much interested in that. Of course, it's using 1 more points of energy than the Lupara / sledgehammer, but on the other hand side, you don't need any radiator for that either, so that would probably honestly not hurt me too much either. So that's a very interesting one right there, I think, but that is probably a change that lies beyond the generator, because that feels like the most desirable thing to me right now, and like something I definitely want to get. Now, as I said, I want to just quickly take the chance to maybe work a little bit more on our wedge build here today before we actually move on to the majority of the video, which will probably be a bit of PvP with the drill boy build. Maybe we can also bring out the cannon build again, you know, for a game or two. Could be fun as well. But for the time being, let's pull out the wedgie boy here real quick and let's see where we left off in the last episode. So we had kind of moved the radar up here, but only really because I didn't really have a different idea of where to put it, and I think for the time being we're maybe just going to stash it back here if we can. I do not seem to have any attachment points there though, so that is honestly a very curious one. I have got no clue at all where to leave the radar at the moment. Now, the thing is, we're also really missing a bit some parts here and there to actually move on with the build. Now, for one, of course, we all know that this wedge here is a bit too high above the chassis right here, so I think we'll have to make that a bit more shallow by moving this part back, and then this should be able to flow somewhat nicely into, you know, a bit of a shape up there that can make it this a pretty alright wedge, I hope. Now, the second thing I wanted to take care of was actually moving the shotguns a bit, and I'm not 100% sure here how exactly we want to do this, but I was thinking maybe if we would move these walls inwards a bit more here, we could... Oh, no, that's not perfect way to place that. Okay, so if we move this inwards a bit more like that, right? And maybe we can have like pods right here for the shotguns. Pods meaning kind of like some structures I could put them on that shield them off somewhat nicely and make them be more displaced to the sides. The thing is, I would still want them at about this height here, to be honest, so I can hopefully shoot things on both sides. So the question is really how I want to ideally make this happen, and I have honestly not got that much of a clue just yet, you know? We could go... I'm just using this as a marker right now, because honestly I'm not quite sure how I'm going to build this structurally right now. But like something about like this, you know, maybe even one further up would be the idea. So where we would have like one thing off to the side right here, and then another thing off to the side right there, and then the shotguns are kind of just put on top of that, and surrounded by, well, something like some fenders or something, probably, just to save them a bit more from bullet impacts, potentially. Now, the thing is, with that approach, that this shotgun is currently stood on the cabin, which is kind of nice, because, you know, the cabin, after all, has a lot of structural integrity, and this, well, once the cabin is gone, we are gone anyway, so the shotgun kind of being structurally attached to that makes a lot of sense in my book, just because, well, I mean, this is like, I don't know, I mean, if this thing goes, we go anyways, right, so... I kind of want to keep it like this, maybe, to be honest. Like, we may be blocked slightly to the left and to the right, but overall, it just makes the most sense in my mind. Because at least we don't run into a situation where our shotguns get shot off because something that they were put up on just goes missing because it gets shot off, right? Like, either the shotgun itself runs out of durability, or we run out of durability in total and just die. I don't know, I just like that idea. Now, the thing is, with this whole fender idea, right, I saw this once on some build where somebody just used, like, fenders to basically structurally kind of shield these things a bit more from damage. And... you know, it makes sense first looking at it, and I think it may make sense. The thing I'm worried about, though, is that this may block the line of fire of my shotgun so much that in the end it is not really all too beneficial to me to shield them off, and I'd rather have them, I don't know, not shielded and kind of be able to shoot things a bit better. And the thing is, what I'm also a bit worried about is, of course, explosive damage, you know? Just blasting both of them off at the same time. Now, the likelihood of that, I would say, is probably rather low because we've got so much cabin and other things in front of this, but if we get shot from the side, that may be a valid concern. So, I don't know. I really don't quite know. I think, for a second though, let's maybe just keep it like this and go for a quick test drive, just to see how much these changes affect, like, where I can shoot. Okay, so I cannot shoot people there. Now, wait, no, I think we actually got to change something here first. Because that radar is, like, on the wedge. That won't work very well for us. So, changing it like that, then. I'm also, by the way, thinking that this thing may be a bit too long as a whole, but I don't really know how to make the wedge steeper without, like, compromising the abilities of it. So, I don't know. Like, all the wedges I've seen have been considerably shorter than this, so maybe we should reconsider some things about this. But the first thing that I really want to see is where I can shoot. So you can see I cannot shoot here. I can't shoot there. I can start shooting here, roundabout. Now the thing is, if somebody is on my wedge, can I actually kill them with these shotguns? That's kind of the most important point, right? Oh, wow. Holy moly, that worked a lot better now than it did last time. Okay, now the thing is, we can't really pick him up that well anymore after we've kind of, you know, splashed him up once. But we definitely keep him on this thing, and, you know, with the shotguns, I guess the next objective would be to kind of just shoot off his weapons. Now, this thing's probably a bit heavy. Yeah, as you can see, we're doing damage, you know, which is a good thing, but he's overall a bit heavy, I would say. We can honk at that person the second there's new guests in here, apparently. And that thing is probably, oh, it's not too heavy. But yeah, you can see, like, he's kind of, we're kind of stuck on him, he's kind of stuck with us, and we could just shoot off his weapons more or less. Now, the thing is, I really don't like how quick these things overheat. We do have one radiator on here. Maybe we should actually aim to get a second radiator for this as well. I was kind of... Whoa. Oh, now I messed up my wedge. I didn't know that was a thing. I was kind of happy with the way that we lobbed up the first thing that we hit there, to be honest. But that does not seem to be the recurring theme now that half of the wedge is gone, which I guess is kind of a valid thing. Now, what I want to do real quick is I'm just going to go No, we're going to drive over to our new guest. Or guests, apparently. There's multiple. We're going to grab all those 3 materials, and then we're going to get back to the drawing board with a few of these things. Oh! Whoops! No! I didn't want to do that! I wanted to honk! I'm sorry! I just wanted to honk! Ah, damn it. If I go back into test drive, are they still here, or... Why did I shoot them? Now they're gone, aren't they? Ah, great. No, there they are. Okay, we can try that again. We're just gonna... I kind of like that, to be honest. I kind of do. I'm thinking the boosters are honestly very beneficial here. The only thing I'm not too sure about is, like, if I need an engine, if I need to upgrade the boosters. Like, the whole upgrade path of this vehicle, I'm really not too sure about. Now, honk. Thank you. Coupons for a rare workbench. Now I'm not being attacked as well, apparently. Which is interesting. There was a second person here that we're also just going to quickly go honk for. And get free things from. This is actually kind of nice. You know, just quickly go into the test drive, pick up some free things. Why not? If people would stop running away from me, that is. That's, you know, kind of a prerequisite. And I'm kind of wondering why that person didn't go hostile to me this time around. Maybe last episode we accidentally bonked into them or something. I don't know. But we're going to try and catch up to this guy here now. Stop running. I just want to honk at you. And, hello? Beep. Thank you. Some more engraved casings for us. Beautiful. Okay, so that's some free mats right there. And that's some... No, that's some insights about the build gained as well. For one, I think I'm actually pretty satisfied with the way this wedge is developing. Now, while we don't have all the parts... I think, you know, like, it kind of already works somewhat. So that's pretty nice. I like that. I'm not too concerned also about, like, the way that this blocks my shotguns, to be honest. Like, I cannot shoot, like, right here, basically. But everything else I can shoot. And, well, if something's right here, it's going to be on my wedge a split second after. And I can easily shoot it as well. So, I think it's fine. And especially since we're kind of just aiming to get the weapons first. Like, to destroy the weapons first with our shotguns. I think this is probably a pretty decent way to go on. I don't know. I think that's going to work pretty nicely for us. So we're going to keep it that way for now. The only thing I'm also not too sure about, I've got 9 out of 12 energy used on this, right? I'm thinking we would want a third shotgun, to be honest. Now, how we would change the layout of these to achieve that, we will have to kind of see. But, I mean, we've got 3 energy, and I'm sure we want to use that. And I don't see anything else to use that energy for in my mind, just thinking about it now. But no, not really. So I think we're going to do that. We are going to get rid of that fender thing. We can go to weapons, and I think we've got one with power left. We do indeed. We can just squeeze that in right there. Now, the question, of course, kind of being if that doesn't block each other pretty hard, and I would guess it could. So that's something I'm kind of a bit concerned about here, to be honest. Now, the thing is, I cannot attach it to the cabin in any other way. So this is kind of a bit of a choice, I guess, between do I want it all on the cabin or would I want to spread it out? And I honestly don't quite know. I think it's got advantages and disadvantages, you know. On the one hand side, if people just go straight for the cabin, it's a good thing. If somebody goes for my weapons, though, with an explosive weapon, that could be pretty bad. So, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe give me your guys' input down below in the comments and if we should change this or not. I'm going to keep it like this for the time being. That's going to up the damage of the build considerably, which is going to be nice. And, well, that's a few changes made. Now, the wedge I'm pretty content with, as I previously said. I'm just going to check if we got some new structural parts, because, of course, I played a bit in between episodes, and we have a few things that we may or may not be able to use. And I think we could, one way or another, just put a slope right here. No, I mean, that's the thing again, right? Like, if I put these structural parts here, they're just going to fall off eventually, probably, due to the damage they take from the ram. Like, I don't think that works. I want to try it, though, to be honest. I kind of want to try and see if it works. So let's do that real quick. I think we probably need some sort of bumper or something to put there, though. And I've got no clue what that something would be. Now, for a start, boosh! I mean, it didn't fall off. It also didn't feel all too great. Now, these things here, actually kind of nice. I don't feel like they block each other too much. Like, here's a dead zone real quick, but it just, like, shoots slightly off to the left or right. Does it? Eh. I mean, there's a few dead zones, so kind of got to keep that in mind. Other than that, like, overall, this doesn't seem too bad, and we do a lot of damage with these, after all, I think. Like, we can pretty easily, pretty quickly blast off most of the weapons, which is nice. This honestly works pretty alright. And I mean, look at how we just insta-devastated that thing. Like, I was thinking the structural part here would just fall off the first hit we take. That's pretty good, to be honest. Okay, we'll have to see more about that, but I think for now we'll keep it like that. I'll just quickly override my wedgy boy blueprint right here, and that'll be the new version, and I'm pretty sure we're going to tinker more with that. But let me know about some of these points down below in the comments. I think for now, though, let's go for some PvP games, and I'll see you in our first game with the Drill Boy. Alright, so welcome to the first game then. We're playing a bit of domination, it seems, and, well, sliding along nicely on our generator, which still, unfortunately, sticks out kind of off the floor, but I really don't want to redo all this vehicle just to fix the generator. We may have to do that eventually, I'm not quite sure. For the time being, I haven't really felt like it was the greatest hindrance in the world, just like the fact that it does keep sliding across the floor every now and again, so I'm not quite sure if we will actually get to eventually redoing that and not. Probably more over the course of like an actual redesign, but we'll find more out about that later. For the time being, I'm going to go cap A here. with like one more friendly, so I'm gonna stay in here till it actually finishes capping less. There is a lot of action going on at B, which it seems like there may be. A is nearly done, and there's people sniping down from the hill, so I think we'll take care of the people sniping down from the hill while my buddy actually finishes up capping A. Because I'm very sure he will do very well on that on his own. On the other hand side, C is being capped rather slowly, so it should only be one person there, potentially. We could just try and go to C. Or we could help out at B with our team and not have them get murdered by the enemy team. We'll go here. Okay. That's, I'm going. I'm going. Bye. That's one guy out of the way. That is, C somewhat decapped. I think the team is doing overall pretty fine. Now, A, unfortunately, getting taken over, apparently. But I've got C. And I insta-nuked, like, one guy with a big gun and everything, so that's kind of nice. Lost a few parts, but not really too many. I'm going to finish on C here. Then I'll probably move on to, like, B or A. So let's do it that way. Beautiful. 1 point cap for us. We really only need to finish capping B and then we're good. So I could kind of do that. Or I could kind of kill the one dude being annoying at... Oh, B. Is there still people sniping from up on the hill? Whatever, we'll take care of A. I'm sure that my 3 team members will be fine against that one dude sniping down. If they aren't, then that is too late now because you've already made the choice. But, hello! Would you stop doing this? Oh, you're nearly dead. Boom. My capture point. Somebody's taken back C. How rude of them. But we've nearly got B now, and I'll definitely be taking A. And that one last person is hopefully not going to be able to kill me out here or recap B. Let's see about that. For the time being, I'm going to finish up that cap. Whole lot of capping going on this match. But so far, really enjoyable. And there we go with the victory. I really thoroughly enjoyed that match, to be honest. That was one of the better matches in recent history, I'll have to say. Good bunch of fuel and everything else in between brought home. Ooh. What was that challenge? I haven't seen that before. Wait a second. Gold battles? 20 coins? Wait a second. Where's that at? Where is that at? Oh, here. Win 15 battles and missions abroad. 20 coins? That's pretty cool. I think I'll have to complete that. That is actually very, very nice. I like it. Let's go into another one. Well, I won't see you on the other side because we're apparently already starting into the match. Beautiful. Let's get going. Probably gonna go to A again, I think. I learned from you guys down below in the chat last time, by the way, that it only kind of requires 3 people to be in a cab. Any surplus kind of doesn't really do anything. So, given that that is already 3 people right there, I can pretty much just head on to B straight away, and it won't actually change a thing. Sounds very good to know. Thank you very much for that insight. We will thus continue onwards and nuke Orlando here. If he doesn't evade me, which, well, there goes his gun, so he's useless. We'll move on to B. Person around this thing, whatever it is. Or bus with other things on top. Oh, boy. There's a lot of action going down right here. We will take care of this laddie right here. And his guns and everything, hopefully. Beautiful, beautiful. Only 1 gun remaining. And, he's useless. Nice. We'll just, yeah, we'll just kill him before he manages to explode, apparently. I was going to stop and let him slide away so he doesn't explode me, but that totally works just fine for me, and that's a lot of enemies. I think I'll go for this one here instead. Hello! Goodbye! You're dead. I just love the ability of this build to just randomly pick off enemies that are somewhat left alone and absolutely nuke them like that. You know, boom. Goodbye, Emma. I'm sorry. It was good having you. Now we're taking care of this lad here. Boom. And now we're taking care of that lad there. Probably shouldn't do that from the front, but it's fine. You know, he's already halfway gone. And now we're just going to push him against the wall to a point where his guns don't do much against us. And my team's just going to help me push me off him a bit. But other than that, we want to go backwards. Nice. And that's another one out of the way. Beautiful. How are the games suddenly going this well right now? I don't even understand, but this is really nice and enjoyable. Absolutely beautiful game. I think like 2 or 3 kills. A lot of assists probably in there as well. Another win, another bit of materials. Absolutely love it. I think let's go for one last one just because it's going that well right now and I'm enjoying it that much. And, well, I'll see you all on the other side. Alright, so now we have a bit of an encounter going, and I don't think encounters are necessarily the best thing for this vehicle, because usually, in my experience, honestly, the way this build works best is when people spread out across multiple objectives, and I can just catch, like, some stragglers off guard one after another, you know, when I just dive into the big mass of people trying to go for A. That usually doesn't end too well because everybody's like, oh, there's the drill boy, kill it with fire. And then you die in a horrible fire. So you kind of usually want to avoid that a bit more if you can. And something like this is a lot better. Hello, Joseph. Can you stop running? Okay, maybe not. Then I'll just leave. So there is a lot of people around this corner right here, and I think kind of engaging them is our only option. No, it isn't. There is somebody below, or... oh, there's somebody sniping from upstairs, from up top. We're going to go for that somebody that is sniping here, I think. Just like that. Beautiful. My generator actually being an issue for me again. And again, and again. And, now we just do that to this person. Beautiful. And now we're stuck. Who's shooting this guy right now? Is he shooting? Oh, he's shooting me. Right, well, there we go. Thank you for helping me out, mate. That was very nice of you. I'll just finish you off then. That was a very weird one, but we got rid of the snipey boy, which is kind of nice. I hope that helped the team out a bit, and we're going to go and head right back on into the battle and hopefully kill the last few people. Apparently there's only people left up there. No, there's somebody out there going to the cap, which I really don't like. Oh, there's multiple here. Yeah, we need to help out at the cap, apparently. So, Moondog, my dude. Hello, good sir. You're dead. Goodbye, good sir. And we've got one more person. Oh, no, we've got multiple. We've got Kristen, we've got the center, whatever, dude. This guy has a gun up front, apparently, so we probably want to try and get rid of that. Want to try and get rid of these guns here, too. And then he is useless, too. Absolutely beautiful. We'll just grind down to bits, or we'll just leave him to explode. Goodbye, sir. I hope you had a pleasant stay. Now we've got Kristen. Kristen, come over here. You take this. Why is she not turning her turret at me? Maybe she's out of ammo? I don't know. We'll just finish Kristen off here too, and that's another kill for us. 4 kills. I think we're just going to stay into in the encounter zone here, because I don't know where the last enemy's at, and if I leave this and my team dies, that's a bad thing, so we'll just stay here, you know, finish off capping. Absolutely beautiful. 4 kills, and another win under the belt. Absolutely great matches today. I don't even know what it is, you know. I had already lost my faith in all the teams in Crossout and everything. Now we just go rolling and steaming through this very match as well. Absolutely beautiful. But yeah, well, with that, let's hop back into the main menu. I think that is about everything we're going to do then this very episode. Very successful one, I'll have to say. I was very, very happy with those battles. We're also very nicely moving on towards getting ourselves a new generator, hopefully, and then, well, I don't know. We'll see where we go with guns and the new build and everything in between, so please let me know down below about the guns. I would very much be happy to hear about that, and then we'll probably make some decisions regarding that in the next episode, and I don't know, maybe even prioritize a shotgun over a generator? I don't think so. I think we're going to go for the generator first, but we will find out about all that in the next episode. Then, for today, I'm going to end it off right here, so I hope that, as usual, you all enjoyed the episode. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button down below. That does always help out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon right next to it to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. But with all that out of the way, as always, everyone, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope I'll catch you in the next one very, very soon. Ciao.